For the raid.
Good. Well, thank you for the raid, Traveling Tatter. I'm just starting. Thank you. How are you? I was in your stream earlier. Thank you for bringing all your friends. Hey, Spy Guy. Hey, I know that's your name, but I know you go by something else. I'm not certain. Is it Moth? I think that might be. I'm not certain. Well, welcome everybody. Um, I'm the Crafty Cub. Just finished the pumpkin and blocked it. Yay! That reminds me, and I know everybody that is here is primarily from that raid. But if you're not, everybody check out the Traveling Tatter if you want to know anything about tatting. She's the person to go to. So thank you. Thank you for the raid. Yeah, definitely it has wings and likes light. Well, yeah, that's what moths like. Alrighty then. So I haven't even started yet. I'm the Crafty Cub, and usually how I start my streams is I greet everybody and I say, hello Yarnies, hello Dirty Hookers. Yes, this is the home of the Dirty Hookers. This hook has never been cleaned. And fellow fiber fiends. And Traveling Tatter would be a fiber fiend because they work with fiber. How is everybody this evening? I've got so many things going on. Let me check this thing. Alrighty. So we are on our second stream, our second evening of our Woodland themed. Where did I put it? I should be prepared. Last night, we ventured into the forest, and the first thing we spotted was a cute little mushroom. So tonight, we're going to continue further into the forest, and in that forest, we're going to see what happens. Before we get any further into it, we're going to... Tomorrow, I'll be on for more of the Woodland themed. Thursday, we're having our Throwback Thursday with our special guest. So stick around for the special guest on Thursday on the stream. And then Saturday, we'll be working on our Project Linus blankets. We'll probably work on Project Linus blankets tonight. But Saturday, the whole stream is devoted to Project Linus blanket. And if you don't know what Project Linus is, you can type in !charity. I think that's the command I have. Yes, it is a nonprofit in the US and Canada. They accept handmade, brand new blankets, either knitted, crocheted, quilted, a whole bunch of other different varieties of handmade blankets. And they donate them to children ages 0 to 18 that are in need, either terminally ill or severely ill, homeless, traumatized, etc. So it's a really good cause. So I've got one finished, one almost finished, and then one in the works. So the two that are finished, they'll be finished by Wednesday. And Grammy ETC, who is here also in the stream, I don't know if she's here currently, she's got a whole bunch of blankets, crocheted and quilted, that we're going to drop off and donate. They have a meeting every however so often, so they're having a meeting Wednesday morning. We're going to drop that off. So we're going to get further into the woods, because this is our intro to fall. Even though it's not fall yet, it is still summer here. Boy, is it summer. It's been in the 90s today. I don't like it. I am so ready. So ready. Oh wait, did I click the wrong thing? Okay. I'm so ready for cooler weather. Hopefully it'll be here soon. So we're going to go further into the woods. And what do we see? We've got a magic mushroom. I got to put my hands here because the camera doesn't like anything with red in it. Because if I see, it just turns... That's not red, it's pink. It's really psychedelic because it's playing... Okay. Don't want to give anybody any seizures or anything, so we're going to do our magic mushroom. Now this, yeah, a lot of cameras have issues with red tones, especially lower end cameras. This is a cheap webcam. It's like a $30 webcam. So anything that has red in it. So like some purples, the pink, red itself. Certain blues, if they're more of a warmer blue, we'll do that also. Sometimes oranges, depending on what it is. It's very pink in your hands and frame. It's very red without your hands. It is. And that is why, oh wait, it's still pink and my hands are out of frame. Wait, it is a magic mushroom. Oh, there it went. Okay. So this is a stitch that can be used for whatever you want. It rows back and forth. It's not a square. Like this was based off of a square. This was appliqued on top of a regular solid granny square. This is rows back and forth. So you can do a blanket with this, a scarf, anything that you can make in rows back and forth, you can do with this stitch. I don't remember how many row repeat it is. I want to say it's a 6-row repeat. It's been a while since I made my sample. This is a pattern that I got off of YouTube. It is a pattern by the channel Twisted Yarns. Again, this is not my pattern. I am not claiming this as mine. The link will pop up. Type in !magic mushroom or it'll pop up on its own. So if you want the original source for this. So we're going to get right into it. And I'm going to use these bright colors because I really am digging these bright colors. Also, it's cotton yarn. You can easily see the stitches. In addition to that, the bright colors will show up on stream better than a dark color. My music is a little loud over here. I don't know if it's loud for you, but it's a little loud for me. So, alrighty. The repeat for this is a multiple of 7 plus 5. I think that is the way I figured it out. So our sample, we're going to chain 33, which is 28 is a multiple of 7, plus additional 5, we get 33. So we're going to put a slip knot on your hook. Traveling Tatter, if you need to do any post-stream stuff, go ahead and do that. Take care of yourself. And thank you for the raid for coming into here. All right, we're going to do 33 chains. 2, 3. If anybody is crocheting along with me, let me know, and I can slow down, because I tend to go fast. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. So that is my starting chain for this sample. I'm not doing a full project. This is just a little swatch. And we're going to put in single crochets starting in the second chain from the hook. So the second chain, we're going to put in a single crochet, and every remaining chain will get a single crochet. You can work in the back bumps, or you can work traditionally, whatever works for you. I'm going to work traditionally, and I'm going to go down the entire length. So when you're done, you're going to have 32 single crochets. So what is everybody working on? I know Traveling Tatter was tatting up a cute little pumpkin, and I will be learning how to tat soon. Got a lot of stuff planned for at least the next 2 months, actually the next 3 or 4 months here on the stream. And right there is the link for this stitch. And I don't know if I said it, decided on Tunisian crochet. It's my second project with it. So fingers crossed. I love Tunisian crochet. I have shown how to do some Tunisian stitches here on the stream back end of last winter, the beginning of the spring. There are so many different Tunisian stitches. When I first learned Tunisian or played around with it years ago, I thought there was just the one stitch. There are so many interesting, complicated, detailed Tunisian crochet stitches. For those of you who are not familiar with Tunisian crochet, it uses a special hook. To me, when I look at it, it looks like a combination of a crochet hook and a knitting needle because it's long, and I have here it is. Here's a Tunisian hook. It's long like a knitting needle, but it's got a crochet hook at the end. And when you work it, this project is going to be use a honeycomb stitch. I think I might have shown how to do the honeycomb stitch. Maybe, I could be wrong. But when you work on it, when you work the stitches, you don't do each stitch individually. Like here, you do a stitch and finish the stitch and move on to the next. You work one pass. You do the first part of the stitch in one pass, and then the second pass, the return pass, you're finishing off the stitch. And in most Tunisian, you don't flip your work. So you're going, if you're right-handed, I'm right-handed, you go right to left and then left to right. Right to left, left to right. So you're doing that, and then you're working them off. So, and it makes an interesting pattern stitches. But yeah, the honeycomb, that sounds familiar. I might have played around with it and shown how to do that one. Okay, so row number 1, it's just all single crochet. It's real basic. I say basic a lot, but this is basic. The next row, that's not basic. So we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And we're going to put a single crochet in the first 3 stitches. For this pattern, you're going to have edge stitches. Some are going to be doubles, some are going to be singles. And you're going to have them here on the edge on each side. So it's kind of going to finish it off. The mushrooms aren't going to go to the edge. And that's what these edge stitches will do. So the very first 3 stitches each get a single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. We're not going to skip. We're skipping the very next 2 stitches. And in the 3rd stitch, we're going to do 7 double crochets. We're making a fan. So you're going to start off with a fan. The very first color, it's going to be just the mushroom top. And this looks really good when you have multiple colors and you alternate. And if you do odd number of colors, the mushroom top of the pink is here, and then this one is offset. So you can play around with it. You can do it all in one color. You can mix them up. But if you want that interesting effect, they're going to be offset if you do an odd number. So again, we're going to skip the next 2 stitches. And in the very next one, the 3rd stitch, we're going to put in 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that forms our fan. Now we're going to skip the next 2 stitches, and we're going to skip 2 stitches and then the 2 stitches after that. So skip 2 and then the very next 2, we're going to do a single crochet 2 together, otherwise known as a simple decrease. So to do that, again, we're skipping 2. In the third one, we're going to insert the hook, bring up a strand, 2 on the hook, go into the next stitch, bring up a loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. That is a single crochet 2 together. You're taking 2 stitches and making them into 1. It's also known as a decrease. Alrighty. And the pattern now will be, we're going to skip 2 stitches. And in the third stitch, we're going to put in 7 doubles. So we're going to do the next mushroom top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Continue the pattern. Skip 2. In the third one, we're going to start a single crochet 2 together. So we're going to insert, bring up a strand, 2 on the hook, go to the next one, bring up a loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over through all 3. And now we're going to skip 2. The reason that we skip 2 before and after we do our fan, because those 2 stitches are about the length of a double crochet, and that's where the fan, the stitches from the fan are going to rest against. If we didn't, it's not going to lay flat. We'd have a curled up textured stitch, and we don't want that. So we're going to skip 2, and in the third, do 7 doubles again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skip 2. In the third, we're going to start the single crochet 2 together. Insert the hook, bring up a loop, 2 on the hook. So in the next stitch, insert the hook, bring up a loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over through all 3. Again, skip 2, and in the third, do 7 doubles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. When we get to the end, you should have 5 stitches, no matter how long you make it. If you do the multiple of 7 plus 5 for your initial chain, you will have 5 stitches at the end. So what we're going to do at the very end, we're going to skip 2 stitches, and in the very last 3 stitches, they're each going to get a single, just like we started this. And that is the end of row number 1. So you're just making these fans. When we get to the end, I'm going to change colors now. So before I finish off that stitch, I'm going to put in my second color and finish off with that second color. And I'm also going to cut my pink yarn. We'll weave in the tails later. So we join the second color. So now on this round, we're going to chain up 3. And this row, we're going to start the stems of the mushroom. So we chain 3 and turn. And in the next 2 stitches, we're going to put a double crochet. So you're not going to put a double crochet here, because that double crochet is coming out of that stitch. You're going to put it into the next one, and then another one here. So that is your double. You don't put one in here, you put one there and there. So those are 3 doubles. And now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to find the 4th stitch in our shell, the middle stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our 4th one right here. And in that stitch, we're going to put in a single crochet. What we've just done, we've just squared it up. We're bridging that gap. There is going to be a hole here. That's the hole that's between the mushroom cap and the next mushroom. So we do a single crochet in the 4th stitch of our fan. We're going to chain 3 more. And now we're going to put a 4 double crochet cluster in the stitch that's here in the bottom. The easy way to do it, we know that this stitch was the 4th one and we had 7 in it. So for that's 4, 5, 6, 7, the very next one is where we're going to stitch into. So a 4 double crochet cluster, what that means, actually cluster's not the right term for this. Technically this would be a actually no, is that a cluster? No, technically it's a bobble. Hey there, Fairy Dust, how are you doing? So what we're going to do is in that stitch, we're going to put 4 double crochets, but we're not going to finish them off for each stitch. And I'll show how to do that. So you're going to wrap your hook like a double. You go in, bring up a strand, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. Now you're going to yarn over again in the same stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over through 2, and stop. We now have 3 on the hook. We're going to do this 2 more times. Yarn over, go in, bring up a loop, yarn over through 2, and stop. We have 4 loops on the hook, and do that 1 more time. Yarn over into the stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over through 2, and now we have 5 on the hook. Now we're going to yarn over and go through all 5. So the bottom of the stitch and the top of the stitch all have the same point. They're all converging at the bottom and at the top. And now the repeat is, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We find the 4th stitch of our fan. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And put a single crochet. And then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do that 4 double crochet cluster thing. And that's going to be the stem. So how are you, Fairy Dust? I know you said that you were working 3rd shift. Has that kind of messed up your sleep schedule and all that good stuff? Okay, I just put in another one of these 4 cluster thing. Hey there, King Swamp Pasta. How are you? I'm glad that you're here. You chose a really good day to come in because we're doing magic mushrooms. No, we're not actually doing real magic mushrooms. I have to be careful how I word that. But this is our 2nd stream of our Woodland stream. So yesterday we started to go into the woods and we came across this cute little mushroom. And now we ventured further, so more magic mushrooms. Working on my short story for class. Oh, wow. Is this like an English class, I'm assuming? Fairy Dust, I'm okay. I just woke up about 30 minutes ago, still trying to feel awake. Yeah, take your time of waking up. No, I understand. My personality is always in bed. That's the best place to be. Sleep is my favorite thing. working on getting my bachelor's in creative writing. Oh, nice. I was always an okay writer in school. I don't think I was anything to write home about. Ha ha ha. But hopefully it turns out well and you get good marks, grades, or whatever you call it. Alrighty. So we've done our next stem, and now we're going to chain 3. And then we find the middle stitch. Listening to explain the steps out loud is great for my editing process. Oh, really? Oh, I'm glad I can help. Yes, my stream, what kind of sets my stream apart from other crocheters here on Twitch is mine is more educational and not just I'm chit-chatting while I'm working on something, which there's nothing wrong with that. I do that also. But the core, I don't know what you call it. That's what my channel is based off of, is the educational part. So I'm glad I can help. So we've chained 3. We're going to find the middle stitch in our fan. So it's the 4th one in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the 4th, we do a single crochet. We do 3 more chains. And then we find that middle low point where we did that 2 crochet. Where we did the, not 2, we did the single crochet 2 together. That is where we're going to do the 4 double crochet cluster. 2, 3, and 4, and then yarn through all of them. Cal could put a Jack Russell to sleep. I think that is what King is saying. Let me know if I misinterpret that. Okay, I don't know. I don't know about that. Thank you. I do like to talk. So we've done our 4 double crochet clusters. Makes a little cute little stem. And then we're going to do 3 chains. And again, we find the 4th one in our fan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do a single crochet. And now we're going to chain 3. And then when we get to the end here, we're going to find the last 3 stitches. And those last 3 stitches are each going to get a double crochet, because those are our edge stitches. So that is what we've done. We have made let me zoom out. We've made the stems of our next row of mushrooms. And the stems are going to go in between the caps from the previous row. So they're going to be interlocking like this. Okay. The next row, we're going to chain 1 and turn and single crochet in the first 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Those 3 stitches are our edge stitches. And in this chain space here, we're going to put 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. And where am I? We're going to put a single crochet in the single crochet from the row below. Remember, we put that single crochet into the top of our fan. We're going to put a single into that. And in the space, we're going to put 2 singles. So to recap that, your very first 3 stitches each get a single. Those are your edge stitches. Into the space, the chain space, you're going to put 2 singles. You'll put 1 single into the single from the row below. And in the next chain space, put 2 singles. Now we are at the top of our stem. I got to look at my pattern. Seeing the top of single. Okay. So into this stitch and this next stitch. So we've got our stem here. We've got a little stitch here and we have a stitch there. In those two stitches, we're going to do a single crochet, 2 together. So again, we're going to go into the first one, bring up a loop, 2 on the hook, and go immediately next to it. So it's like the right side of the stem and now the left. Bring up a loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over through all 3. What that is doing, yes, it is decreasing, but it's also making the stem a little bit taller. And then when we do the next row, we'll work our mushroom cap into that. So into the space here, we're going to put 2 singles. 1, 2, into the single gets a single. The space gets 2. This row goes a little fast. And then on either side of our stem, there's a stitch here, there's a stitch there. We're going to do single crochet 2 together. So I'll demonstrate again how to do that. Some people have some difficulties of understanding what that means. So all it is you're going from 2 stitches to 1. Single crochet 2 together. So there are 2 of them that are being put together. So go into the first one, bring up a loop, 2 on the hook. Go to the next one, bring up a loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over through all 3. In the space, gets 2 singles. The single gets a single. Oops. That is if the yarn doesn't split and fall off your hook. And in the next space, gets 2 singles. We're back to another stem. We're going to do our single crochet 2 together. We're at the space again. It gets 2 singles. Single into the single. Space gets 2 singles. And when you're at the very end of the row, you've got 3 stitches. You got 2 actual stitches and a chain. So each of those is going to get a single crochet. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and then a single into the top of your chain that's right here on the edge. And that is that row. Now we're going to do the mushroom cap row. Chain 3 and turn. And we're going to put that means 2 stitches are having a conjugal visit in jail. Sure. Alrighty. I don't know how to answer that one. So on this round, I'm going to show my example here. We're going to make this. We're going to make half of a mushroom. Because we're at the edge. Because remember, our mushrooms are going to be offset from the ones from the rows below and above. So you're going to have a half one. So we're going to do a half mushroom right now. So in the next stitch, which is not this stitch, it's the next one, because the turning chain in this pattern is coming out of that, and that is considered the double crochet for that stitch. So in the very next one gets a double, just like the edge, and the very next stitch will get 3 doubles. And this is going to form our half of a mushroom. 1, 2, and 3. This will be anchored down and it will form a mushroom shape, sort of, or half of one. Okay, we're going to skip 2 stitches and we're going to slip stitch into the third. So skip, skip, slip stitch into the third. And when we did that, that is going to form the mushroom shape. We're now going to skip 2 more stitches, and in the third one, we're going to put 7 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that is our first mushroom. And yes, the pink is going red, even with my hands there. We're going to skip 2 stitches. Skip 2, and in the third, do a slip stitch. We're now going to skip 2 more, and in the third, do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skip 2, the third one gets a slip stitch. Skip 2, the third one gets 7 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skip 2, and then the third gets a slip stitch. Check that here. Now we have 5 stitches left. We're going to skip 2. The next one will get 3 doubles because we're making another half of a mushroom. So that gets 3 doubles in that third stitch. 2 and 3. And then the last 2 stitches each get a double crochet. And now that is the end of that color. We're now ready to switch colors to go to the next round. We're going to start the next mushroom. You can keep the same color and keep going. You can change colors. I think it looks better if you change colors for each set of mushrooms. Before I finish off the stitch, I'm going to join. So I'm going to cut my tail. I'm going to get my third color, which is the yellow. And I'm going to finish the stitch with the yellow. And for this row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Single in the first 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And yes, you can stitch over your tails. I usually wait till the end and weave those all in. So you get 3 of your singles. Where am I on my pattern? We're going to chain 3. And then we're going to find that bottom stitch in between the mushroom caps. And we're going to put a stem. So remember, the stem is 4 double crochet clusters. So do a double crochet, but don't go through the last 2. Don't do the last yarn over through the last set of loops. So there's 1, yarn over and go in and do it again. There's 2, yarn over, go through the first set only. There's 3, and yarn over and do that one more time. Go through only 2. You should have 5 on the hook, and then yarn over through all 5. We're going to chain 3. We're going to find the middle stitch, 2, 3, 4. That gets a single. And it's just like we did on the first row of blue. It's just offset because the yellow is going to have a full mushroom at the end. The blue has a half a mushroom. So now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And in that bottom stitch in between the 2 mushroom caps gets another stem. Again, that is a 4 double crochet cluster. So yarn over, go into the stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over only through 2 and stop. And now we're going to do that again. Yarn over, go into the same stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over through 2 and stop. 3 on the hook. yarn over again into the same stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over through the first two and stop, 4 loops on the hook, and one more time, yarn over, go in, bring up a loop, yarn over through 2, and you got 5 on the loop, on the hook, yarn over through all 5. It's kind of almost like a puff stitch, but it's not really puffy because you're doing it slightly different. Alrighty, you're going to chain 3, and then in the 4th, or the middle one, the 4th of our mushroom cap gets a single. Now we're going to chain 3 again. We're going to do another stem. Two, three, and 4. Yarn over through all of them. Chain 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to find the 4th of our mushroom cap, do a single. Now chain 3. Another stem. 2, 3, 4. Yarn over through all of them. We're going to chain 3. And we're going to skip the 2 stitches, and then in the very last 3, they're each going to get a single. 1, 2, and then a single on the top of the turning chain. And that could be tricky sometimes, depending on how tight your stitches are. I'm a tight hooker, so there we have it. So we got another row of stems. You need a drinky drink. Lately, I've been addicted to drinking. What do they call it? Some places call it an Arnold Palmer. Here in the Mid-Atlantic, we call it a half and half. It's half lemonade and half iced tea. I can't get enough of it. Alrighty. So the next row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to do a single in all of those first 3 stitches. And for this, we're going to put 2 singles into the space. 1, 2. We're going to do a single crochet 2 together on either side of our stem. So you go into the first stitch, pull up a loop, go in the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over through all 3. This sounds very familiar because we did it before when we started the blue. In the space, we get 2 singles. In the single gets a single, and in the space gets 2 singles. Top of the stem, it's got the single crochet 2 together, and you follow this all the way to the end. It's not that difficult of a pattern. It's just each row is something different. And they're kind of easy to remember once you get a few rows done. It kind of makes sense because you can visualize where the mushroom cap would go. I'm like, okay, well, it needs to be like that, or it needs to be like this. So you just work your way down. When you get to the end, I'm doing 2 singles into the space, and we're at the end. We got 3 stitches. Those 3 stitches each get a single. Okay, now we're ready for another row of mushroom caps. So now this is going to be a full mushroom cap. We're not having a half one because our mushroom stem is here, not over here. So for this row, chain 1 and turn. The first 3 stitches are each going to get a single. 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip 2 stitches, and in the third, we're going to put 7 doubles. That is a fan, or also the mushroom cap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skip 2, in the third, we're going to do a slip stitch. Skip 2, in the third, we're going to do 7 doubles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skip 2, the third one gets a slip stitch. Skip 2, the third one gets 7 doubles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And yes, I crochet fast, so that's why I was saying if anybody was crocheting along to let me know so I can slow it down. Skip 2, the next one gets a single. Skip 2, the next one gets 7 doubles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're now going to skip 2, and the last 3 each get a single. 1, 2, and 3. So the pattern really is, excluding the pink row, so that's what 2 rows. Let me double check my pattern. 1, 2, yeah. So the pattern starts on row number 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 through 8, wait, 3, let me just double check this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So rows 3 through 8 is your repeat. So I'm going to do another row. When I do this, I'm going to do row number 3. And this would be, whatever color you choose, would be half of a mushroom. We're going to go to add here in about a minute. When we come back from add, I'm going to show you how you would finish off the edge if you want a straight edge for like a blanket. Well, you can actually keep that as a blanket, but if you wanted a squared off edge, I'll show you how to do that. It's essentially row number 3 when we get back from our add. So don't go anywhere. It's only going to be 3 minutes, so I should be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sitting through that ad. I know they're annoying, but they definitely help my channel. I appreciate it. Before we go any further, I know it's a total departure from Makers and Crafters, but I have a friend. I've mentioned him before. He's the one who got me into streaming. He encouraged me to stream. Um, he plays only video games. He doesn't do Makers and Crafters. He's been streaming longer than I have, and I know not everybody here is into his content, but if you don't mind, oh, I gotta wait 4.5 minutes before I can do that again. Okay. If you don't mind, checking out Frog and Turtle Gaming, I will post the link in here, and then I will post a shout out for him. He's not even an affiliate yet, so trying to help him out. If you wouldn't mind just going over there, following him, even if you're not and interested in his content. He is at 81 followers, and I think you have that. What is the no? He has enough followers, but I think he needs. I don't remember what the other thing is. Anyway, I can't remember. It's been a while since I tried to reach affiliate, but yeah, we're trying to get him to affiliate. He usually streams. He's East Coast. He usually streams around like 4 in the evening. So, and he can only stream for a short amount of time. So, if you want, definitely try to help him out. Alrighty. And I'm trying to get him to do a lot of other streamer type things. And I'm the one who I knew nothing about. Well, I knew what streaming was, but I didn't know how to stream before him. So, alrighty. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to put one more row, which is row number 3, on here, and it's going to square off and put a finished edge on it, just like so. So for this, we are going to chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn. The next 2 stitches are each going to get a double crochet. I got to remember how I did this. Chain 3, single in the 4th, so it's the top of our mushroom. Do a single, chain 3, and then between the mushroom caps, we're going to do the 4 double crochet cluster. 2, 3, 4, and that makes a stem, but we're not going to put a mushroom cap on this, and that whole thing just came apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, there, chain 3. So essentially all we're doing to finish it off is do row number 3. Or, depending on where you stop, it could be row 3, 4, 5, row 6. You're basically going to stop at the very first row of a mushroom. So the row that makes the stem. 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th one, put a single, chain 3, and we're going to do a stem. 1, 2, 3, and 4, chain 3, And then the fourth one, we're going to put in a single, chain 3, keep on going. Putting in our stems. Two, 3. And then the same thing when we get to the end here, the last 3 each get a double crochet. 2 and 3. And that is how we would finish off to make a straight edge. And then you can put a border on it however you would want, if you would want a border. So that is the magic mushroom stitch. And it doesn't like the red. It really is magic. So that is our second stop along the forest path. Got a little psychedelic there. Alrighty. So we're going to change gears. I'm going to put our little magic mushrooms away. And where is the thing? I'm going to switch over to this. We're not doing that blanket right now. Well, we will do that blanket later. I got to edit this now. So I've switched over. We're going to do some stuff with Project Linus. Again, if you don't know what Project Linus is, it is a nonprofit in the US and Canada that accepts handmade new blankets, either knitted, crocheted, quilted, etc., for children 0 to 18 that are traumatized, severely ill, homeless, etc. So it's a really good charity. This is one of the blankets that I have made. The blanket is done, and can't show it all on stream. This is the Man Cave blanket from yarnspirations.com. I did a little variation on it. They wanted it all, they suggested it should be all camo and then the border all in black. So I changed it up. I added some brown in the middle, and then I ran out of brown for the border. So the first round is brown, and then the rest is green. Well, I wanted to add something to it. So I've got, why is that making noise? Oh. So I made some appliques. I still have one more to make and one to finish. And I showed some of these this one on stream previously. And I think each corner is going to get a cute little animal because it's woodland. And it fits with our woodland themed here in September. So we're going to place this roughly here. We'll figure out placement, but just so you can see what it looks like. So that's the tail. And there's the cute little sleeping fox. It doesn't like the light is bright on that white yarn. It's still bright. That's not going to help. So there's a cute little fox. And I think I was working on part of this on stream the other day. I finished it today. It will look better once it's stitched down. It's kind of curling right now, but this is super adorable. And if you want any of the links to the patterns for these appliques, I can give them to you. I might just post the links in the Discord. Yeah, after stream, I'll post them in the general channel on the Discord. So this one here, I still have to stitch it down. There's a lot of work involved with this. There's a lot of pieces to make, and the stitching and everything. It is a cute, adorable deer. That is just so stinking cute. So I'll play around with positioning and everything, and we will have one corner will have the deer. So we'll corner out the fox, one will have the deer. Yes, isn't it? And it's all crocheted. It's made out of yarn. Like, as I'm making this, I'm like, I don't know how. You have to make each piece separate. Like, I had to make the eyeball, and the what do you call the white part of the eye? The white part of the eye. I had to make the ear separate, and I changed some of the colors around. They've suggested the ear, the outside of the ear, to be the same color. I'm like, no, I want it to be a little different. And then you make the body, and then when you make the body, you make the two legs, but then you make the other two legs separate, and you've got all these body parts and the antlers. The antlers were so cute, and they're simple to make. And then cute little tail with the little white and the blaze part on the neck. So I got a cute little fawn. Even though a fawn probably wouldn't have antlers that big, but hey, it's kind of cartoony. And I'll have to tack down all of that because his nose isn't going to be in his eye. I'm a tight hooker, so I'm going to have to, yeah. So there's that. And then there's one more I still have to make. I'm going to make a raccoon. And if Clay Miko is here, I don't think she is. She would love it. She loves raccoons. I don't think she's here right now. I found wrong channel. Found a pattern for it. I still have to make it. And then I found this. And I'm like, I've got to. And I'm going to make a bunch more of these. This one. Hey, Andrew. Hello. I'm making a brief appearance and running to Target to buy organizers because today is the day the entire yarn stash gets recaked and stored in preparation for an adopting a cat. That's exciting. Okay. Like, now, okay. You're talking my language. I like cats. I used to have a cat. Well, I've had cats when I was a kid. I'm more of a cat person than a dog person. There's nothing wrong with dogs, but I like cats. And then you said recaking. Oh my God. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do is just not necessarily recake, but reorganize. I have to reorganize my stash and play around, see what I got, move things around and touch it and feel it. And I know Grammy's here. If Grammy's here, she's the same way with her fabric. You just want to play with the fabric, not necessarily make anything. But have fun going to Target to get organizers. Have fun recaking your stash. And have fun getting a cat. Gonna spend hours whining. I'm kind of in a mood today. Yeah. No, I totally get it. And caking is like a rhythmic thing, and it helps like more of a Zen type thing. So if you need to de-stress, definitely. Glad you were able to pop on in. So then, yes. And yeah, it's a stereotype. If you got yarn, the whole cat yarn, playing with the ball yarn thing. My last little animal, and I think this is the one we're actually going to do next week. Touchy-feely, oh yes, fondle the fibers, yes. We are fiber fondling fiends. How's that for alliteration? Who was it in here earlier? And I don't remember their name. Oh, King Swamp Pasta. Writer, you would appreciate that. My middle school English teacher would appreciate me using alliteration. This next little animal we're going to do next week. I think next Sunday, I think we have it scheduled. So you're going to get a sneak peek of him here. We will do this. It's an applique. It is so stinking cute. I still have to add a beak and some feet. But we got a little owl. And the lighting, well, if I do that, you're not, I'm trying to block out some of the light. That didn't help. Okay, let me do this. Oh, now it's really dark. There, you can kind of see it. the white. There's a glare from on the white. There we go. So we got a cute little owl. It just said to like embroider the beak and the feet on it. I'm actually going to crochet the feet. I'm going to make the feet a little longer, and I'm going to little crochet just a simple little triangle, just a couple stitches, and then stitch it on. So there was another owl I found, but I was working it up, and it was like bigger than the deer, and I'm like, no, proportionally that's not going to work. So we're gonna have a cute little owl just sitting in one of the corners, and then, like I said, a raccoon. So that's what I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna work on the owl right now, and I gotta find. I don't know what color yarn I should use. This is actually where you guys will come into play. What color yarn do you think would look good? Whoops! Things are just flying everywhere. I don't know if I want to do. Turn that light off. I don't know if I want to do a yellow beak. We've got the same color as the deer. That could work with her feet if we want it more like natural like. The yarn I used for the owl, it's got little flecks in it, so like the feathers. And I'm probably going to add some little feather and little stitches in there to mimic feathers. But it's this flecked yarn. It's just cheap acrylic that I got somewhere. That's not going to work. I could use orange, but I don't think I want orange. I've got this there we go. This variegated with the white and the tan. Got this buff color. I don't think the buff color is going to work. That yellow is not going to work. That's like a lemon yellow. I got to zoom in more. I don't know why I'm zoomed out so far. Let's see what else is in here. I want some more natural, like owl colors. I don't want it to be too weird. Another buff color. What do y'all think? Maybe even a darker brown. If it's darker brown, I gotta go find darker brown. I think I don't want to do buff because it's close to that. I would definitely want to do a darker color. That color might work for its feet. Because an owl's not up on my, what do you call it? Anatomy, and I'm not a zoologist, so I don't know. That yellow, I don't think we're going to use yellow. Because it's going to look too, if it was a chicken, I might use yellow. Let me see what else I have. I think we might have to do a darker brown. I got to move. I wasn't prepared fully for all of this. You don't want to see my studio here. It's I'm glad I have the green screen because you don't not pretty. It's not that bad, but oh, all right. Let's see what I have. That's too light. Try to find like a. If I had more of that espresso from the blanket, could work. That might work. Now I got some browns in this container here. There's a dark, dark brown. Another dark brown. Yeah, let's get all the browns. Oh, that might work for something at some point for the woodland. I didn't even know I had this. I got 2 little balls of that. Oh, that's cotton. There's a dark brown. That might work. I need to do what Andrew's doing. Go through everything and reorganize. Play with the yarn. Be one with the yarn. Be zen. Lay your choices on the blanket to be certain it will show up. Yeah. Good, good, good idea there, Grammy. Yeah, I don't want anything too dark, especially the leg, because the beak is fine because it's going to be on the owl, but the legs will be on the blanket. Ew, dust. We're not using that as I throw it around. We're not going to use that. That's, I think, one of these chocolatey yarns may work. They're not too dark. Okay, where's Mr. Owl? Not Mr. Owl from Tootsie Pops. So there's the owl. And we've got this. This is the deer color. The deer color will show up. So that's the one from the deer. I don't like the one that's really dark. So I'm gonna get rid of the dark ones because they're not gonna show up. They're gonna blend in too much. And then is that the same as that? It's slightly lighter. So these are our 3 colors. And I know on camera it's going to look a little different than in person. This is more of a closer to a terracotta. It's a terracotta. This was the one for the deer. That would be more of a, I don't know what you would call that. Oh, there's some red in it. And then this is more of a warmer brown. And for the note of the terracotta, yeah, this is for the feet. I'm not worried about the beak right now. For the feet. What do you think for the beak? Would this work for the beak? Or should I do both? The beak and the feet in the same color? Yeah, no to the terracotta because this is so light. I think I'm with you on that one. This is so light that, yeah, I want some contrast. But I want it to be light enough to show up on the camo. Anybody else have any, what's your vote for this one or the darker one? Me personally, I'm leaning more to the same color as the deer for the lighter one. And that would use up a little more of that because that's all I have of it. It all went into the deer. I'm going to need a little bit extra. I'll have extra because it's not going to take that much to do the legs and the beak, but I'm going to need a little more of this to stitch the deer to the blanket, but I'll be fine. The lighter? Okay. That's what we'll do. So let's move you there. Now there's no pattern for this for legs. Well, there probably is somewhere, but where I got this from, it doesn't say to have a pattern for legs. It just says stitch on legs, like I guess embroider. I'm not doing that. So we're going to experiment here, and I'm going to try to make owl legs. I don't want them to be a little long. I don't want them to be freakish long, but I want them to stick out maybe about an inch, inch and a half or so. Okay. 4, 5. I'm going to chain 5. I'm coming this up with my own, so we might have to rip this out and try it again a couple times. Chain 5. I'm going to slip stitch into the first 2 stitches. Maybe use the yarn to embroider the feet once you attach it to the owl. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll use some of this yarn, like this here. This tail I left on long, and I'll stitch that on, and then once I'm done that, I'll use some of this. I'll leave a long tail of this to stitch the feet onto it, because I don't want the feet to be coming up. Like I could. I like the look of the crocheted feet. I mean, they're not going to be like this, but they're going to be similar to something like this. I like the look of like. So I'm basically going to do this, but put like a third one. Do it like 3. We'll see. I'm just playing around with this. So I'm going to slip stitch into those two chains. There's still 2 here. So I'm going to chain up 3. And I'm going to slip stitch into those 2. Yeah, owls have talons. And then chain up 3 again. This might work. And then slip stitch into those 2 stitches. Okay. Now I'm going to slip stitch into the 2 remaining that are here. If I can find the stitch. Alrighty, I know it's brown. And but doesn't that almost look like a bird's foot? I mean, that's where I'm going to attach it. So from here down, actually, put it here so you can see. Yeah. I can make bird feet. Talent I didn't know I had. I like it. Okay, I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to leave a little bit of a long tail. I don't need too long of a tail because there's not much there. And I'll stitch it onto it. So imagine it. That is cute. So you've seen it here. This is the Crafty Cubs patented, it's not patented, owl foot pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. slip stitch into that one and that one, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into those, chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch into those two. Come on. Slip stitch into our original 2 chains. Let's see if I can make it the same as the first one. If not, he's going to have lopsided feet. Can't even stitch into the chain. Come on. This isn't the first time. Grammy, what have you been sticking your talons into? I'm not going there. But there's the feet. Ignore the tails because that's going to be hidden. Loving him. I think he might be my favorite. The fox was cute. The deer was cute, but the owl was super adorable. Okay. Now we're going to. Yeah, I'll have enough. I'm going to make a little beak. This is going to be the smallest thing I've probably ever crocheted in my life. 1, 2, 3. Single crochet into 2. Turn and chain. Chain and turn. And then this is going to be 2. We're going to do the single crochet 2 together here. And that's it. Chain 1. Flip. Pull through. Ignore the tails. That's going to be his little beak. If it didn't pick on Grammy, she would think I hated her. You're brave to pick on her. All right, so we're now going to put his beak on, and his beak is going to overlap his eyes a little bit. I'm really into these little appliques. There's some people who are really into Amies. There are shawl people. There are doily people. I'm a doily person. But I think I'm becoming an applique person. No, don't stitch over that. I need that. Grammy's beak also overlaps her eyes. Oh my god, fairy dust! Okay, you need to go back to bed or go to work. Actually, a few days ago, my talons were inside some fireman's pants. Okay, Grammy. Nobody else here has context. And I'll leave it up to you if you want to clarify, or if not, you want to let people guess. Then that's all on you. We are 18 plus. Let them think what they may. That and remember, Grammy, there was a time you had a fireman in your bedroom. Okay. I'm just going to tie my tails together. This is going to be stitched onto the blanket, so you're not going to see any of this. And it's not that big a really open weave. Yes, there are some fillet crochets in there, but I don't think you're going to see it that detail because it's so busy. Not cute. Okay, time to put the legs on. Time to put the legs on. And I'm going to join it with the shorter of the tails. That's going to be used to stitch it on and then probably also stitch it to the blanket. Okay, so this is the back side. It's about middle. So I want this to be just slightly, barely off middle. I'm going to go through these stitches a bit. What's up with this music? I was searched and found some Woodland fairy tale music, but this isn't really giving me that. I don't like it. There we go. We'll switch to that. Talons are attached to two legs, so it's possible she was wearing a fireman's uniform. No, she wasn't. She wasn't wearing a fireman's uniform. Oh, that message just popped up. Just to announce again that I do have merch. The merch store is open. If anybody is interested. Okay, you know what? I need to take this out because I attached his feet a little too high on his body, and I want to see more of. I want to see a little more leg. So trying to unstitch this might. Well, it's not too bad. Maybe I got it. There we go. Okay. Put it too high up. I should have made a little bit of a longer leg, but that's fine. A lot of people like to see a little more leg. Yeah, owl leg. Yeah, I'll attach it right here, just on that. There we go. I think that might be a little bit better. Yeah, we'll see a little more leg. Owl leg, Grammy leg, tomato. I am going to clip that short tail because it's not really going to do much to secure it. So I'm going to leave that tail on. When I go to stitch it onto the blanket, I will use that. I'm going to put the other leg on. So what is everybody else working on as I'm attaching, doing some surgery and fixing an owl's leg? An eye of newt or a lot of lizard innards, or a lot lizard innards. We are getting closer to Halloween. I'm excited not because of trick-or-treating, and we don't really get a lot of trick-or-treaters here. And I'm not really excited all about the candy. I'm excited about the cool things we're going to do on stream in October. I have found some of the darndest, cutest Halloween, spooky, not all spooky, but some of the cutest Halloween stuff. So, let me move that there. Let's zoom out a little. It's a cute little owl. Sounds like a love potion. I am proud of the legs that I made. And again, I'll stitch them down so they're more like this. They're not going to be like little crosses. I will curve them down so they're more claw-like. So we've got our owl friend. We got our fox. I gotta really zoom out so we can get all our friends in here. Our owl's done. Our little sleeping fox. And our deer. The fox looks like it's curled up. Then you can't see its body. You just see the head and the tail. Love potion number 9. Don't be hitting on the popo. Oh, God. Y'all are too much. I think the owl's my favorite so far. I've said that before. Said that already. It's like I'm ready for a Disney cartoon now. Or, actually, I'm not that good at it, but you could do animation with crochet things. You'd have to have multiple pieces and everything. No, we're not doing animation. Okay. So 3 of our friends. We have one more friend to make. And I've never made it before. Hopefully it's going to be the right size and scale. If not, I'll have to do more searching. No, Popo, don't float my boat. Stay with the hot fireman. Fairy dust, don't encourage her. Where is... Trying to find where I put... Don't let the forest critters get Twitter-pated. I was going to do a skunk, but then I was like, it's mostly black, and it's not going to show up on the camo as much. Yes, the raccoon's going to have black, but it's mostly gray. And I'm trying to find where I put my pattern. I have a file with links to where I have my animal friends, and I don't know where I put the... Okay, this is what we're going to do. I know it's in this, so we're just going to do a little searchy search. Where was it? Open location. Oh, that's where it was. Okay. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, fox, fawn, we're not... I was going to do a squirrel, but I don't like the squirrel. Oh, the skunk smelling a flower would be adorable. If the blanket wasn't so dark, I would. So while I'm here, I'm going to post. I'm just going to do the one. And then afterwards, I posted the Fox in the general on the Discord. Again, if you're not part of the Discord and you want to join the Discord, I have a Discord. Gee, how many times can I say the word Discord? I posted it in the general channel over there for the Fox. I'll post the other three shortly when I go on break or after stream. Let's see. I also have a YouTube. It just popped up. So we're going to try to figure this pattern out. I'm not going to be teaching this. I'm just going to try to figure it out. I've never made this before. Again, if Clay Miko was here, she would love this. She likes raccoons. So, chain 14. I'll take the Popo that come with gadgets. Flip stitch into that. Flip stitch. That. Single. No, not a double. Do a single. Half double. Double. Single. Okay. And the flip. Alrighty, that's start of a raccoon, I guess. Two. Skip. Two. To the neck. Flip. Single. Six half double. Two. D. Four. Oh, I did that wrong. I read the pattern wrong. I do that when I'm not on stream, even when I'm trying to test out a pattern or trying to learn a pattern. I end up doing it wrong half the time. Slip stitch into here. I don't like this music. Is this that same song? I think it is. Slip stitch. Slip into the neck. Single. Half. 2, 3, 4. This is the head? When was this a head? Okay. Single, double, 2 triples. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, it's doing. Uh, I was doing the stitches in the same stitch, and that's not what they want me to do. Single, 1, 2, 3, 6. Single. The way the pattern is written is weird. You can have the gadgets more interested in the big apparatus. Oh my god. Flip, double. Wait, no. It's a single, not a double. Double and a double. Double, double, triple, triple, flip and a slip. Flip, drop the yarn, but don't fasten off. Okay. Yes. Oh, okay, that is the head. These are going to be the ear. Well, you know how. Yes, I know I'm on the internet doing this weird motion. How they've got a snout, but then it makes the stripes and everything makes it come out to the sides. Yeah, words. Watching me have a moment live on the internet. Now I'm going to switch over to. Wait. Where I left off. Count back. 9. Attach the white. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Buzzing my my mouth. Ugh. All right, we're going to go to an ad. While we're at ad, I'm going to try to figure out this next part of this poor raccoon. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sitting through that ad break. While we were at ad, we did the little white part of this ear. I don't know how I feel about it. I might have to play around with it again. Never did this pattern, but that's the beginning of the raccoon. I think we're going to call it a night. Tomorrow, I will be on at 6 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to continue our journey into the woods, further, deeper into the woods. Everybody remember, I have a Discord. Join the Discord if you would like to join. Discord is the link for it. I also have a YouTube. All of my streams are posted to the YouTube channel after I'm done streaming. It's more of an archive. I don't edit. You can go back and watch previous streams. It's YouTube. I have a merch store. I have some t-shirts on there, so go and check those out. What else do I have? I think that's it. We're going to go and raid somebody. We're going to raid my friend, Frog and Turtle Gaming, and I don't know if they're getting ready to end or not, but we'll see. So everybody, show him some love. Join the raid. We're going to try to get him to affiliate. So, help him out. So, I will talk to you again tomorrow evening at 6. And as I always say, happy crafting. And I'm waiting for the raid to start. Let's go and